Alright guys, I am going to do a countdown video, probably in two parts, so videos, of my 20 favorite Tales from the Crypt episodes. If you're a horror fan, 99.9% guaranteed you know this show and have seen at least one episode, but this is my second favorite show ever. And I wanted to kind of do this in my channel somewhere, so I've come up with a list of my 20 favorite episodes, and I'm going to do them and show some clips, and so that's all. Alright, number 20 is Comes the Dawn from Season 6. This is a story about vampires, kind of set in Alaska. Two soldiers come into Alaska looking to hunt bears, and they get set up with this girl who used to previously hunt bears, and it's they're kind of brought into this shelter kind of where vampires are hibernating, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's it. Really good story, kind of different looking vampires, but very interesting, very funny. Number 19 is This'll Kill Ya from Season 4. This episode is kind of different. It's about this group of three people who work in a medical research kind of place, and the boss is, I think, diabetic. And so there's this nurse who injects him with his medicine because he doesn't want to do it. And so the boss is kind of manipulative, and he released something to the press that wasn't supposed to be released. And so the two other co-workers want to get back at him. And so one day when the nurse has to inject the boss with his insulin, she injects him with something else. Like, they switch the bottles, and it's not kind of what you expect from a Tales from the Crypt episode, but it is very interesting, has a nice twist. Number 18 is Abracadaver from Season 3. This episode is one of the more comedic episodes, but I don't think it tries to be. It's about two rivalry doctor brothers who play really kind of cruel tricks on each other, and I don't want to say too much without giving it away, but they just kind of play really cruel tricks on each other, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to give anything away. Number 17 is A Slight Case of Murder from Season 7. This episode, or this story, is about a woman, kind of like an older woman. She's a story writer. I think she's a mystery or horror novelist. The author's husband comes into play, and the aspiring author's son comes into play. It's interesting. Really interesting story. Four different interesting characters, really very humorous, but I can't say any more without giving anything away, so there's that. Number 16 is On a Dead Man's Chest from Season 4. And this story is about a band, a rock band, which the guitarist gets married to this woman. And the lead singer, the guy forming the band, he really despises the woman for some reason. He has some rage issues. And he goes to this guy and gets a tattoo. He does art that on your skin that gets under your skin. And the tattoo that is on the guy turns out to be a tattoo of the woman that really bugs the hell out of him. So I mean, he doesn't end up paying the guy, and the guy says, well, you'll pay later. So, a very kind of dark and disturbing story. A little realistic until you get to the very end, but Number 15 is What's Cookin' from Season 4. And this one has, what's his name? Christopher Reeve and Judd Nelson, which automatically make it like a top-notch episode, and a little cameo for Meatloaf. It's about this married couple who owns a sushi restaurant who pretty much do all different kinds of recipes but in sushi, and so they kind of want to mix it up a bit, and Judd Nelson comes into play, and he starts he kills Meatloaf, who is the owner's landlord, and he kills him, and he starts using him as food. And so, I mean, the guy doesn't want to go along with it at first, but then he does, and you know, his business really turns around because everybody loves this meat. You know, where did it come from? But very humorous. I love it. Judd Nelson and Christopher Reeve have great chemistry in this. Number 14 is Television Terror from Season 2. It's a story about kind of how the title explains, a TV host. I think he hosts supernatural or real life kind of stuff, and he goes into people's houses and looks at ghosts and whatever. He goes to this one house, and they're filming it live, and it's a haunted house. It is said to be a haunted house, and this older woman had, I guess, older men who couldn't take care of themselves. I don't really remember the story on that one, but she had older men that she was quote unquote taking care of, and she killed them all. And they go into this house to investigate, and there are the spirits of the dead guys and the older woman still there. And the interesting part of this episode is that I kind of like episodes, or, you know, stuff in general where they show horrific things happening on live TV. I mean, not in real life, but on shows and stuff. It's really interesting. So this was really kind of creepy to watch. 13 is Confession from Season 7. It is about a guy who is going around killing all these girls and taking their heads off. And so they bring in this guy, who is Eddie Izzard. They bring in this guy. He is a horror director or writer or something. And so they think just because he's, you know, has the ins and outs of horror, that he's the killer. And so this guy, the criminal profiler, and Eddie Izzard go on this, like, really 22-minute bantering rage. It's really amazing. The chemistry is amazing. The acting is amazing. And a very nice twist at the end. It might be predictable for some, but I mean, I was pleasantly surprised by it. I really liked it. Number 12 is House of Horror from Season 5. An episode about this group of frat guys who are doing initiation for their new members. I don't know what to call it. But they go to this house by an invitation from a girl who is a part of a sorority. They go to this house and they play pranks on these guys. And, like, the older guys play pranks on the rookies who are trying to get into the house. And it turns out it's not exactly what you'd think it would be. It kind of gives me the feel of a 90s slasher movie, and for that reason alone, I think I love it, but it is a very good episode. 11 is Last Respects from Season 7. And this is my one episode that I'm a little ashamed of, because it's not really up to the high standards that most of the other episodes are. It's pretty bad, in generally speaking. For some reason, like, I watched this 3 times. It just kind of grew on me. And I mean, there's nothing spectacular about the story. There's nothing spectacular about the dialogue, the humor, the twist. There's nothing at all. It's just kind of comforting in a way.